Good afternoon, gentle listener. This is the 7th cycle, and I'm your humble narrator for this evening. Today, we're starting off with episode 7, Bones. There are 216 bones in the human body, with the assumption that every bone fits with every other bone. There are combinations of bone pairs. Imagine what that would do to a cat. Never mind a human being. I wonder how their joints would work, if evolution would strike them down. There'll be optimal ones that strive for more, a tomorrow, an absolution, sentience, only to be hunted and farmed by a lesser species. But that's humanity, isn't it? Ones who cradle and hone intellect only to harvest and eradicate the fruits of its labour, suffocating itself in morality, condemning those that they nurture for their monstrosities. Alas, my thought experiments get away from me, especially ones as fun as this one. I haven't had to pull out the mathematics in a while. Everything's wet. Viscous strands drip from places I can't see and never want to. Bones are everywhere, coated in sinew and dried blood. Some look like they could be human, others look like masses of nails and muscle fibre. Something's dripping, oozing, flowing, gushing over fragments of rock and mounds of cartilage. Everything is wet. Blood flows through the voids of skulls and gaps of rib cages. Then the scuttling started. Nestled into the pages is a small drawing of maybe a spider-like creature. Its legs are far too long for its body, and one side is upwards at an angle, almost as if a spider's been drawn partway through motion. But the shading's a bit off. It's not how you would expect it to be put together. The shadows aren't where they should be. They're crawling up the side instead of underneath the animal. The legs aren't shaded at all. A deep void forged by charcoal, as is most of its body, to be honest. It's hard to pick up the differentiation between the segments of the abdomen and where the legs start. Definitely spider-like. Definitely. But there's a fluidity to its essence that doesn't quite fit. You'd expect the movement. Well, there's not really any movement, is there? That's the issue. It's hard to tell differences in stagnation, isn't it, dear listener? They crawled their way through eye sockets, between teeth whose cavities they have made their home, and the gaps the spaces in between, your kind, my dear listener, would find that their behaviour mimics that of an octopus on land. I mean, they share the ability to fit in such small places. And I mean, if an octopus can fit in 2 inches, something already small can fit in so many, many places. But that doesn't matter, does it? Not really, not in this space. They don't exist. No, they don't exist. Non-existence is quite an issue, isn't it? Because, my dear cherished listener, they don't exist. I don't know how long I've been down here. Everything's rocky. It's all the colours they should be though. I think, at least. The bandana around my wrist is still yellow. My veins are still the colour they should be under my skin. I mean, the shards of, I think, glass, maybe ice around me. But everything's as it should be, I think. There's whispering, for definite. I can hear that in the periphery now. There's definitely whispers. I can't pick out... Well, I can pick out sounds. That's for definite. I can pick out sounds that are going together. But none of them fit to words I know. None of them I can put together to make words I know. I mean, of course they fit into words I know. Shovel starts with the sh sound that I'm hearing. But they don't fit to words how they're placed in sentence. But that doesn't change the fact of where I am. In this hole, well, not a hole really, it's more like a cave formation. And I can smell the salt of the sea. But with where I am, I think, I can't tell if salt and sea should be connected. I mean, I did transport here through a house window. There isn't anything weird, at the very least. There's rocks, a bit of moss here and there, maybe a mushroom or two. Because it's not cold, so that removes it being ice. And it's that weird temperature where it's not warm or cold. It just is. If that makes sense. I hope it does. There's light in front of me, but whether that's outside or not is a different question. I can't stay here though. I can't stay. Wait a second. If the house I was in brought me here, I might be putting together weird things. Does that mean everyone else that's been put in houses of mine have ended up here? Or is that just based on the colours of my curtains I'm here? Which doesn't make sense. Unless, no, it doesn't make sense. Because, I mean, the curtains didn't look like it was an easy access sort of thing. They were sewn shut, the walls were devouring them. So how? Unless the other people had the same situation I did, where they just unravelled the middle bit, maybe. But that also doesn't really make sense, does it? There's something to think on when I know more about where I am. And if I ever make sense of the whispers, maybe they're telling me something important. Oh, hopefully they are, and not some asinine third thing. Well, more like second. I didn't put up 2, did I? So yeah, exit the cave, hope for the best, see if that green shard can help me anymore, if I still have it on me, and try and get out of here. That would be nice.